Yeah, so good afternoon, everyone. It's Saturday again, a time where we talk about all things African art. My name is Eric Amoakwa-Boadu, and I'm so happy to come your way this afternoon. This afternoon is going to be exciting. Woo! I'm so excited because the guest that we've got today is someone that I've been following very passionately for the past, let's say, 3 years, and he's been consistent in his ways. What am I asking you to do this afternoon? Please do well to share this video. Let it reach far and wide across the whole world. Invite your friends to come and watch with you because the juicy topic that we're going to discuss will benefit you creatively and impact you in all spheres of your life. You know what we do? We educate. We actually uplift. We bring people that are also creative in their mindset. So do well to share the message. Let it reach far and wide. I'm going to play the video again to allow you time to share the video and invite everyone to come and join us, have a good chat. And the guest will be from Ghana today. So yes, repping Ghana today. Everything I do is about Africa, our creativity, and what we bring to the table. So do well to share the video right now as I play the video again. Yes, it's that time of the week again, Saturday afternoon, where we all come to talk about African art and share ideas and make sure that our creative juices are flowing. So today, the guest I've got for you is a wonderful friend of mine who has been consistent in his ways. But I'm not going to bring him now. I'm going to wait till I actually share about our Edinkra symbols. You know, every week I talk about one of our Edinkra symbols, and I tend to actually talk about why it's important in our society, because these symbols were actually used and is still used in the Akan side of the country. The Ashantis, the Akan, the Fantis actually use it a lot. But not only that, it's actually reached across the whole world. People use it for jewelry, T-shirts, everything that represents Africa to some extent is represented by one of these Edinkra symbols. And what am I talking about? Let me show you one of these. So if you look at the screen, we've got many of these symbols. In actual fact, we've got over 146 of these symbols. And what are these symbols? A bit of history, if you follow me, you would know that these were symbols that one of the kings in the Akan tribe of Ghana, to be specific, the Bono people of German in Ghana, actually invented. He actually created them way back in 1810 to about 1820 when he was king. His name was Nana King Nana Kojo Ajiman. Fast forward till today, it's become so popular. I'm going to pick one of them for us to learn about a bit more. And the one that I'm picking is called, now, help me pronounce this. It's called Kunti Inkantan. Kunti Inkantan. And it means bent and spread out. Now, for those Ashantis that have not pronounced this word properly, let me know in the comment box. Teach me how to pronounce it. But it's called Kunti Inkantan, as far as I can pronounce it. And it means bent and spread out. Not only does it mean bent and spread out, it also talks about the fact that we should not be arrogant, the fact that we should not be pompous, but we should stay humble. Now, back in those days, they knew that to live peaceably in society, we all need to be humble in our ways. So, Kunti Nkantan, which means bent and spread, means that we need to stay humble. We need to not boast or be arrogant about our ways. There's the need to be humble and to serve society. That is what the symbol means. Nowadays, a lot of people, when they come to acquire a bit of wealth, just a little bit of it, become so pompous. They don't want to interact with their fellow men. They don't want to serve, especially those who rise in society. But today I'm here to assure you that this sign, which dates back as far back as 1810 to 1820, when it was first created, means that we should be humble. It means that we should not be arrogant. We should not be boastful, but we should serve humanity in humility. Because when you are humble, you go far. When you are proud, as the Bible says, God will humble you. So this is the lesson that we've got for today. It means we need to be humble and not be arrogant. So that's the lesson that we've got for today. All about humility, all about staying humble, all about serving our community. And the person that I've got today is a person who has served his community really well. And we'll be talking a lot about the work that he does. But before I bring him on, I've got a video that I'd like to show you. It's something that I'm so excited about. And I'll be showing you this video. Let's bring it up right now so that you know about the man that we are talking about.
Moh Awudu, born and raised in Nima, Islam community in the Ghanaian capital Accra. Moh Awudu was recently listed as one of the most talented artists in Africa by Imego Mundi, a worldwide publishing house. His art tackles gritty social subjects in the hope that it will change perceptions about his own community.
Most people are scared to come to Nima because they already change their mind, Nima, they are bad people. And as an artist, I want to change the perception. I want to change Nima to art city.
Mohammed Awudu has been mentoring children from Nima on how to use art to communicate their thoughts and ideas. But he gets no financial support for the work he produces or the training he took.
When I have a financial assistance, maybe I'll just build a small community center with computer, with photography, with my art stuff. So when the kids come back from school, they can come there, have fun, play around with what you see in their head, and see, so that we can just guide them.
Some Ghanaians have committed to supporting young artists financially. Elekem Nitifafa Koinya, a legal practitioner, is a passionate art collector. He's instituted the Koinya Prize to reward and help develop Ghana's most outstanding artists.
The prize is both a handout and a handout. So we give cash. So the winner and two runners share 25,000 Ghana cedis in cash. But more importantly than the cash is the business development and personal development training and coaching that we give. So we sit down with each of the artists and build almost like an accelerated training program based on a myriad of subjects, whether it's accounting, marketing, negotiation, whatever will help them in their business.
So guys, that was just a bit about my guest today, and I don't want to waste time. I just want to bring him on, but I've known him since 2015, and I've followed his work very consistently. He is a very hard-working artist, dedicated to the work that he does, and I like his commitment to his community because I'm all about empowering people in the work they do. And my guest today is a Ghanaian artist whose work has been shown internationally, from, let's say, Brazil to Australia. He's been there. He also impacts his society. Let's say in Accra, he's partaking in so many things. So I'd like you to join me in welcoming my guest today, who is a Guba nominee for 2019. He has been shown on BBC World Service. He has appeared in music videos. He has done it all, but he has not stopped. He's actually pushing the limits of his own craft. Join me today in welcoming Mr. Moh Awudu. Hey, Mo, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, Eric. How are you?
Let me just, great. I'm doing so well, so well. It's so good to see you today. That's right. Finally, I got you.
Thank you.
That's right. So it's been a long while,
right
and
here.
I've been chasing Mo for some time, but eventually Mo agreed to appear on this show, and I was so excited that you made it to the show because I can't wait to show all the work that you've got for us today. So how's Accra today?
Yeah, quite sunny, hot. I think in the next, I think 1 hour or 2 hours, it will be like cold. That's how it happens in August.
That's right. That's right. Tell me about it. The last time I was there was in November last year. And yes, the weather is always great. The weather is bubbly.
Yeah, you guys love the hot weather. We like it cold here because
you know, in London, it's a luxury to
we
get
want
hot
an
weather.
exchange.
It's a luxury to get hot weather in London. So yes, when we see you guys enjoying, we kind of envy you a little bit.
Yeah, we're enjoying it.
That's right. That's good. That's good.
Time.
So today, yes, carry on, Mo. Can you hear me? Mo, can you hear me? So Mo is going offline, but when he comes back, we'll all be talking about Mo. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Great. So I was going to say that today's show is all about you, your works, your challenges, and your life in general. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Great.
I know that's the spirit. I've always known you to be somebody who's ready. And the first question is, who is Moh Awudu? Who are you?
Yeah, Moh Awudu. It's Mohamed Awudu. Yeah, but I try to I changed my name to Moh Awudu as an artist. That's my branch name. I want to make it because I want to stand. I want to stand alone. And I was born and raised here in Nima, and I live all my life here in Nima. I think I behind Dunia's Nima, and yeah, ever since I started know that I can think, I started to I found myself to be an artist when I was very young. I think
Right.
around 90, I quite remember around 92, 1990, around when Azuma Nelson was doing his boxing. I sit around
yes.
my dad, yeah, when he's listening to this commentary. So I quite remember I used to draw on a blackboard with chalk. I tried to draw a boxer.
I remember those days. Blackboard and
Yeah,
chalk.
I have like 3 siblings, 2 boys, 2 boys and 1 girl, but she passed away. Yeah, my mom too passed away 2012, but my dad is still alive. This
That's
is
great.
me. I'm trying to be a multi-disciplinary artist. That's who I am. I
That's
don't,
right.
I don't want to call myself graffiti artist or contemporary artist or a painter. I just want to call myself as an artist. I don't want to. I'm just an artist. So
That's
I
it.
do a lot of different stuff.
Perfect. So Mo wants to be known as an artist, not just a contemporary. You know, a lot of people try to box us into one field, but we
Yeah.
are creative people. Yes, and
Yeah,
therefore it's not just a contemporary artist or a street painter or something. We are just artists, isn't it?
yeah. I'm just an artist. That's it.
Great,
I'm just an
great.
artist. Yeah.
So, from your childhood, have you always desired to paint? Have you always desired to draw and make sure that you
Yeah,
contribute towards the creative industry?
yeah. I always want to draw, want to paint. I scramble on walls on the street,
Okay,
and I in the community that I grew up around Dunya Cinema, I was so lucky to be around creatives because there are people who work at art centers, collectors, and people
oh yes.
who work in this sculpture like wooden sculptures doing a declare. And I have my close friends Ahmed Tijani and Aziz Gold
Okay,
Coast. They are all artists. So they were all artists. When I was in primary school, I think that time they are attending Granata College. So whenever they get back to they came back from school around 3 o'clock. That time I'm back around 12 o'clock. So when they come back, I take their artworks, their like school works.
okay.
I always like follow what they do, like
What
from
they do,
school.
yes.
Then so that's how I didn't after my junior high school. I already know I'm going to be an artist. So around
Ah,
that time, I already like know all the basic stuff they are doing in the because I've been learning around Tijani, Aziz, and
yes,
this guy called Mose lives at 441. So, and they are good artists in him at that time. We do
that's right.
drawings, we get inspired by people calling us to come and paint around their kiosks, draw watching, and other stuff. So,
Yes, yes, yes.
it's like
I
display
like that.
yeah,
Draw, watch, and other stuff.
yeah, that time there's no technology, there's no printing and other stuff. So I was so inspired, and we have Dunya Cinema there. After school, we go there, we draw posters, movie
Oh yeah.
posters. I just my life is all about art. Yeah,
That's fantastic. So, for those of you watching us who don't know what he's talking about, let me bring you back to speed. You know, these days you print a lot of things on the computer. Back in Ghana, we had to draw them. So, if it comes to billboard, for instance, we draw the whole lot from scratch. If
yeah,
it's cinema posters, yes, we have artists like Mo who would be drawing everything from scratch. That is how we do it in Africa and in Ghana, to be specific. That's how we roll. So, well
yeah.
done, well done, well done.
Thanks, bro. Thanks, bro.
There you
Thanks.
go. There you go. So from that time onwards, did you have anyone? You mentioned two names, Aziz and who's the other person?
Ahmed Tijani Mohammed.
Mohammed
He's
Tijani.
yeah, Ahmed
That's right.
Tijani, but he's now based in New York. Aziz
All
is
right.
is an entrepreneur. He's doing t-shirts, customized t-shirts
That's
in Accra
amazing.
here. And one thing, I think when I was in P9, primary 9 or
Yes.
primary 6, so yeah, I think not primary 6. So I was going to a library at Kaukudi, I think
Okay.
15 years ago or 10 years ago. I was going to the library and I saw a guy painting in his house. It's called Musée Hashim. I
Yeah.
think they are one of how do you call how do you put this in the first people who started like doing art, inspiring the young ones. So I
Okay.
approached that I want to I want to learn art and all that. So from that day from school I just go to his place. If Tijani is not around, I just go there. I just run to school to studios like street
All
studios.
right.
Just go there, yeah, and it wasn't easy, and I tried to push out because I have the passion and love for it, and the people around me. And I think Tijani was like, and Aziz are people who push me hard, like tell me, yo, especially Tijani, yeah, he's my boss that time. He tell me do this, he pushes me hard. So before I even finished my junior high school, trust me, I already know what they are teaching at Granata or in any high school. I already
Right.
know all the subjects, everything. So after school, my dad asked me to go to Granata because they are my friends. I need to follow their steps.
That's
I
true.
went there And when I went there, I think I told them I took some of my words there, and
Okay.
I told them I can't start from first year because I already know everything that
The
they do
basics.
there. Yeah, because most of the students I just hang out with them.
Yes.
We go to exhibitions and other stuff. So they are my friends, Africa Bar, Tijani, and all these
That's
people.
it.
So they told me, no, that's their law. I need to start. And one teacher, Mr. Ofedaku, he told me, okay, I just need to go to some other school to just get my diploma because I
Okay.
already know anything that because I have Tijani and other people around me, I
Yeah.
already know. So there's this school, an artist in Nima, it's called Amifs. He had Tijani was teaching there. So I went there for 6 months. After 6 months, I started like teaching around 2002, 2003. I was going to school, but I was teaching first year and second year
What?
student. Yeah, in school. So I was in school and I'm being paid.
And you were lectured. Yes, you were being paid.
Yeah.
So it all shows that preparation helps a lot because you invested time earlier on to prepare
Yeah,
for the opportunity. You didn't wait to be taught. You actually self-taught yourself by following the footsteps of people.
yeah. That's what I do.
That's
That's what I do.
amazing. That is amazing. So basically, from that time onwards, apart from these two people, did you have any mentors that you also looked up to?
Yeah, I know. Those times we have with school Bloody Glover, we see
Oh
their
yes,
work
the big
because
names.
I go to exhibition a lot. Sometimes
Yes,
when we go to exhibitions, we just take the catalogs
that's
or we
right.
just find these old, before they used to have these banks, they used to have their calendars, they have paintings of these
Yes,
young artists
that's
paintings. So,
right.
so we used to like learn a lot from those people, and they've been like mentoring us, and even still they play a role in our life,
They
like
do.
from
They
what
do.
I
We
do,
still
yeah,
look up to
and
them.
looking up to their ages, and they are
Yes,
still painting, give us like hope that we
it's
can we
possible.
can yeah we can continue what we are doing even
That's
when we
right.
are old, because they are like 70, 80 years, but they are still painting and doing. So we are following their footsteps. And once I already told you I'm a versatile artist, I'm multidisciplinary
Yeah.
artist, and yeah, I think from there we started doing, because we are sharing the same studio, we live together with my friends. So I think one day we started doing t-shirts. We saw pictures in magazine. We started doing first airbrush. That time we use brush and paint acrylic to paint on
Okay.
t-shirt. Yeah, and we've been working for the top musicians at that time, from VIP, Bookback, Obrafor, Sydney. We've been doing
Wow.
customized t-shirt for them. So we started it, Aziz and Tijani. We started a Good Coast My Wear company. Yeah, I think that was the first airbrush. We started doing that drawing. So it was like a great experience. And some time back, I stopped doing art at the
Okay.
time for 3 years. I stopped
So
doing
pause,
art.
pause, pause right there. I really want it to be juicy. I really want to get into the details of that one. So you stopped doing art. I know that
Yeah,
at the moment you are called one of the most prominent people in Nima, and I'll explain that. You are considered a very famous resident in Nima. Now,
yeah,
but you're telling me that you stopped doing art. Can
yeah,
you explain what really stopped you from doing art? Because it's been a passion from when you were a child.
yeah,
Was it due to, we all know that Nima can sometimes be a rough place. We shouldn't underestimate that. Was it
yeah,
due to environment, or what really stopped you from doing art for three
yeah. I
years?
think yeah, it's I think it's peer pressure at that time. I think when technology started coming in around 2000, I think I a lot of like kids venture into other stuff, making a
Okay,
lot of money and other stuff. A lot of people started doing uh, how do you call it? They started making money like
you
through
make money
internet,
online, isn't
doing
it?
that stuff. and it's peer pressure. They have our friends, and you feel like, okay, let me just go in there. If I can just make that money, buy the cars that they are buying, and
That's true. The plastic cars.
so
Yeah.
I stopped doing that for like 3 years. I think for 3 years, try to do other stuff.
Yeah.
But that time I was doing t-shirt though, but I stopped doing painting as
Painting.
because I used to every day I have to paint, do like 4 or 5 paintings. Sometimes I help out with my bosses like Tijani and Muse. I do a lot
That's
of
right.
work for them. So after that, I have to do a painting for myself and
Yes.
sell it to these people at art center.
To
They
sell
can
it.
just ask you to do a repetition of work,
That's right.
commission, do this piece. I want it like 20 pieces. So that's
Wow.
what I used to do for a living. Without that thing, I can't eat. So
That's
I have
it.
to be doing that. And I came to see like this is not inspiring. It's like hand to mouth thing. You
That's right.
understand what I mean? So I try to like get to other stuff where I can make money. And I wasn't feeling comfortable till a day. One day I was sitting in 441 because I have a younger brothers like Musa Swala and Amin Ulari, people like Nicolas Wayo.
Yes. Nicholas. Yeah.
So we already I teach people those times. I like to teach people a lot. People like a lot of artists, young artists. While I
Yeah.
stopped doing that, one day there's a guy called I think Shamu.
Okay.
He passed away this year. I think some months back. He's an art teacher. He lives in the community. He passed away. I was sitting by a mosque and he told me, "What are you doing here, Mo?
Right.
Why don't I see you when your other friends are doing art and others?" Then I said, "Okay, I'll come." We are doing a project at Kaupudi in
That's
I
it.
think 2012, and we have an association. It's called Nima Women Chat, and I think one of my friend Musa Soalami, Larry, and Robin are
Yes.
the and we have a lot of artists. Ibrahim Mama, they are all part of the group. But it's based in Nima. We're trying to um, use our give these kids the opportunity that we didn't have when we were growing up. Like
True.
we know what is happening in the community. If you didn't um, direct these kids to a positive way, they will ended up being a negative way.
In the same.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes. In the
yeah.
same
So
line.
us ourselves, I can't say we are so lucky and we thank God. Before I used to a lot. I have a lot of elder like brothers in the neighborhood. They can send you with a bag, take you to this place.
That's
You
right.
never know what is inside a bag till like now that I know that they send me with drugs to take
Yes.
drugs
Yes.
to take it to places and all these things like I feel like so I feel like my conscience was not right. I feel like
That's
so
true.
bad about that. And I feel like that's the way all these kids growing
Might
up
end up.
might end up. So I quickly joined the group where we teach kids on Saturday, where we mentor kids at the library. So that day I went to the place for I think 2012 election or
Okay.
something. Yeah. So we want to do art for peace to promote peace. Nima is where a place where
There's a lot
most
of
of these
crime.
a
Yes.
lot of private vigilante where
That's
these
right.
people politicians take advantage of.
Of the
So
people.
that day when I went there, they gave me one canvas to paint
Okay.
on, and I didn't paint for a while for 3 years,
For
and
3 years.
I did a piece. I think with a ruler and a brush, I did a piece. I finished doing the piece like 5 minutes. One of my boys called me. Oh, somebody is looking for me. I said,
Okay.
okay, who is that? Then they told me, okay, because it's for exhibition which we have Wiz,
Oh yes. The top guys in there.
Ibrahim,
That's right.
all these top guys on the
Yes.
exhibition. And somebody told me, the person told me, okay, I'll buy this work. How much
What?
this that? I sold that work in 5 minutes.
On the same. Sorry. On the
Yeah,
same day that you
on the
painted
same
it.
day. Yeah,
Within 5 minutes, you sold it.
yeah, yeah. I sold it,
That
and
is
I
amazing.
that's what I told myself. No, this is why I belong.
That's it.
This is me naturally. This is where because in that 3 years, I was
You
like,
hustle.
I was planning to that 3 years. I was planning to, if I can go to Libya with this
Oh yeah.
migration, like this
Go through the desert and all that.
desert and all that. I was planning because I wanted to have life. But
True.
on that day, 2012, I told myself, this is what I have. And
Wow.
on that same day, I had my first miracle. The second miracle was, okay, my friends told me, okay, let's do a graffiti piece, says Nima
Okay.
for peace. Myself, Tijani, and so we just did a quick sketch on the wall.
That's right.
I myself and Tijani, we supervise and do the work. And that day that's when I met Ajuamua.
Okay, I
Yeah,
draw
of
more.
FCA, yeah, and Atu. That's when I met them. And Ajuamua contacted me, say, Mo, we have a graffiti project coming out at Jamestown
That's
with the
right.
Brazilian High Commission. Then I told her, okay, I mean, I'll come there. I went there. I did that time. I know graffiti, but I don't know much
Didn't
about
take it
graffiti.
serious. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's I think at that project I met one guy. He's international, well-known graffiti artist from Brazil. He's called Fabio Bino.
Okay.
Yeah, he's world famous. He's one of the famous graffiti artists. He was at the project, and I'm one person. I don't need to sit down in class. But I have to humble myself and my
That's right.
ego to ask you, what do you do this? I'll
Yes.
come there around 6 o'clock, hold their bag,
Then
help them learn. So people like that, when you humble yourself,
that's
they
true.
teach you what they have. It's like a river flowing. When you stand up, you won't get the water unless you put your head down so that the river
Under the
will flow.
water. I like
Yeah,
that. I'm going to stop you right there. In this show, when my guests say a very profound quote, I'd like to repeat it. And Mo, at the beginning of this program, I was talking about humility. You know, the Dinkra symbol that I showed over there talks about being humble. And I'm going to show that symbol again. And it lines up perfectly with what Mo is saying. Now, this symbol is called Kuntin Kantan, and it means bent or spread out. But it also means that we should not be arrogant, but we should always be humble and serve within society. So that's what exactly Mo is saying. It's amazing how we think. I just chose the symbol to teach today, but Mo's life is tying up with what I chose in this symbol. Now, your life is so much an inspiration to us, and is so much an inspiration to the children of Nima, because out of that place, you have now risen up into a position where you are giving back. And before we carry on, I'm just going to show some of your artwork so that we can talk about each of the artworks in relation to what you're telling us now, in terms of you traveling all the way to Brazil, all the way to, let's say, Australia, being invited by the mayor of thing, and we are going to talk about it because you have been so much of an inspiration to the children of Nima that your work should not be kept under wraps. I think we need to show it to the whole world for them to see. So the first artwork that I'm going to show is this one. On the left hand side, I can see that you are right there in action. And on the second one, tell us about your color schemes, your process, what material you use, your thought pattern, for instance, how you dream up all these wonderful concepts. So, do you want to take it away, Mo?
yeah. I think the first work with me standing there was at Chalewati Street Art Festival.
Okay,
Yeah, I think I'm one of the founding artists, the first artist that started like Chalewati. Was started by Nima Boys together
right.
with Manche and Sion. I think those are the people who started Chalewati. The enemy, the Nima Boys, and
Yes,
the organizers. I think the first Chalawati is like 11 people that came there, and we used some few. That day, I think I didn't paint or so. I painted. I did something small, and I think I've been painting for the past 10 years of Chalawati, but I retired this year because I have to do other stuff. And
oh
I
yeah,
think my style is I want to uh, I always paint women. I feel like women are people where like we always say women cannot do this, women cannot do that. So I try to like represent
Elevate them.
subject to let them know that they can be part of society. They don't have to be caged in a box that they are just housewives or just or doing how do you call it, housewives or
That's
just
house chores, basically.
as women can be can do what men can do. Trust me. That's why I respect
Definitely.
a lady called Constance Swanica.
Yes,
Yeah, she's a person that I respect a lot. She's my very good friend. I call her my big sister.
that's
She
great.
yeah, she's that kind of person. So this work represent who we are. How do I see the future? Women
Yes.
have to be part of the futuristic Accra that I see all the time. And the second one on the left with the kangaroo was done this year at the Sana Festival in in Australia. In
Oh,
Australia,
okay.
in Australia, yeah. I think I went there. I was part of the main artists that went there to do artwork. And due to what happened last year or early this year about the bushfire
Coronavirus.
in Australia, and I think Africans we didn't get much time to be with them and to show our concern, and it's a lesson to the world. So I try to represent who I am as an African. That's why I did the woman with a turban. I think that's represent who I am as an African, as a Ghanaian, and the African fabric has a meaning. Every stroke has its own meaning, and in the community that I live in Nima, I think when people have issues with each other, they have certain fabric that they use to communicate with each other. They don't have to say a word to each other, but the fabric speak for itself. As Africans, we use fabric symbols to speak to ourselves. So I use these fabrics, and I I have to get the Australians into my work. I have to get them. So they have a lot of kangaroos there, and how do you call this? I forget the other animal's name.
Koala. Yeah, called
Yeah,
koala, I
koala,
think.
yeah, yeah.
That's right.
It's called koala, yeah. So they have it a lot, and they are so worried. And everybody, when you go to Australia, I see these things around me. So I try to uh, put that in my work, and it's for me it's a collaboration I did with an Australian artist. It's called Jake. Yeah, so we
Okay.
call this possible. Possible means it's possible for we human beings and the animals to live together. We need to take
That's
care
right.
of them like the way we take care of ourselves.
Of
So
humans, yes.
we call it possible. So it means it's possible for us to do that. Yeah.
This is amazing. I mean, the piece on the right hand side speaks volumes, where you've been able to support our Australians in their times of need, also combining Africa and Australia together. You know, the African woman is wearing that turban with all the Africanness in it, but
Yeah.
also representing Australia in its fullness by their kangaroo and the koala and the whole environment. Now,
Yes.
to give people perspective, this artwork is a huge piece on a wall. It's not just on the canvas, is it?
Yeah, it's a very huge piece, and yeah, I think we took 4 days to do the piece. It was very huge piece. We have to use I think Caesar lift for it. I have to go
Wow.
there in the morning, leave there, go to meeting or
Yeah.
party at that time because I have to go and do talks at the university and
Look
mentor
at
kids.
that.
So it was that was the first piece I did, and from there we traveled to other
Cities within
places.
Australia.
Yeah, to do pieces. Yeah, so I think I painted like 3 pieces. Yeah, so I think when we show the other works, I'll talk about them.
I'm going to show you this one as well. I mean, I know
Yeah,
that these are in different countries, but the
yeah,
one on the left hand side looks very Australian to me. Is it
yeah. I
Australian?
think yeah, this artwork is one of the artwork that I like, and why? Because I just planned is I did a collaboration with one Australian artist. It's called Raftsman.
Okay,
Is legendary Aboriginal graffiti
Aboriginal,
artist.
yes.
yeah, when you go there, you see a lot of his work because he does a lot of symbols. Most of the things you see on the background are like they are symbols, like the way
Yeah,
we have
symbols. Okay.
have our own symbols. They have their own meanings,
Right.
like the
So
way,
very,
yeah,
it's very similar to the Adinkra symbols, is it?
yeah,
In
it's
terms
very
of us
similar.
having our
And
meaning
even
to our symbols, they also
yeah,
have meaning to their one.
yeah. So I plan to paint an Aboriginal old man where I want to create a conversation about where Australians need to the young ones coming about when you go there, because when you see the Aborigines, the native Aborigines, their
Yes,
life is not like that good. They are not into things like that. So
that's correct.
I think the old people always have the history. If you want to know the history, they need to learn from their old people, the
From the old
positive,
people.
the
Yes,
negative. And when I started the piece, I think it became an huge like controversy and a confusion over there. That's when tribal issues came on when I
that's
started
true.
doing it. Yeah, so these people, I think this guy represents a side of another side from the Aboriginal people.
Yes,
So they have like different people. From there, it's like the way white people see us Africans as together, but we have like different people from different tribes. So they came there, and it was like the different tribes came out there. They were like having confusion. This guy said, "You have to put our tribe." This guy said, "We have to put our tribe." So then
oh,
I just decided on the spots. I have to clean the head, the one eye, change the eye to a white lady's eye. Where one of the yeah, one of the curator of the I use the eye because she's white woman. I use the eye in that place, and they say okay, they
okay,
like it. Then I try to explain that now it's not about what happened in the past. It's not about
that's right.
this is not the white people's country. It belongs to the Aboriginal. Once the
That's
white
right.
people they are there, they all need to come together to
Yes,
put Australia as one. So I try to put everybody together in one piece. So that's what it represents. And that work was done in I think they call that place I forget that place.
right.
Uh,
But
yeah.
you know what? The work is so beautifully captured. Now, without telling the story behind it, no one would know the challenges that you went through to achieve
Yeah,
this masterpiece.
I was like mad that day, but after I feel like, but I was so proud after I got to like, because they told me if I finish this work without changing it, a tribal war might happen there because they
Wow.
already have the attention, so all the around around that, so they just want they just want to just want something that will come up so that they will use it to
It
start
will
their
unify them. That's right.
so
So
but
that turned
everybody
out
was
really well.
happy and if somebody just bought me a lunch that day, the lady that I was having an issue there, she was so happy, and I think they everybody they said they want more of this in their
Amazing.
community. Yeah, and
Amazing.
I was so proud. Yeah,
And there's a comment from Sarah Asafo who says that beautiful work is very interesting to hear the artist explain the story behind it. And that's exactly what I said. You know, you've got a really good story behind it, the challenges that you went through to produce the masterpiece, the story of merging the old with the new, merging the white with the aboriginals, making sure that everyone is represented, and even stopping a tribal war from happening. This is the power that artists have got, and you executed that very, very well. How many days did it take you to execute this one? To
this
do
was
this one?
like 2 days,
Over 3 days.
two
That's
days,
amazing.
two
That's
days.
amazing. Wow. That's good. So the one on the right hand side is done
Yeah,
in, was it in
yeah. I think
Brazil?
it was done in Sao Paulo at the Casamoja Art Festival. Yeah, from in Morocco. I
All
think
right.
the project was sponsored by the king of Morocco,
By the King
where
of Morocco. Okay.
where different artists around Africa came there from Togo, from Algeria, um, from Comoros Island, from
Yes.
yeah, a lot of artists. We have C2 Senegal. Yeah, I think it was one of the biggest work I ever did. Yeah, this was so huge. From
I mean,
airports, I just
this is
got
huge.
to the wall. It
This
is
is
the
huge.
biggest, yeah, very huge wall.
So
Yeah.
how do you in terms of your process, how do you dream up about these concepts? Because looking at both works, even though they are very totally different, there's a lot of elements that go into it. You know, there's a lot of science, there's a lot of abstract and realism. Everything is so complex. How do you
Yeah,
dream these concepts up?
yeah. For me, that's me naturally. I already told you I'm a versatile artist, and
Yeah.
I don't just want to do beautiful art, but I want to do art that will represent who I am, that
Okay.
represents where I come from, that represents the Ghanaian culture. And when we went there,
Yeah.
they say we want something that represents who you are as a Ghanaian. So I went there. We have the Adikra symbols. I did it
Yeah.
as a. We have a rich culture which is gold and other stuff that represent
That's
that.
right.
We have the beads. We have the Ashanti marks. We have the African
Oh
fabric,
yes.
and I like to promote the African women, like the Ghanaian women. So I did that piece, and it was so amazing. It's one of the great piece they have there at the
It's a
festival.
very beautiful piece. Very
Yeah.
beautiful piece. I'm going to show one more of your artworks, and then we can have a bit of a chat about community and how you are affecting the community. Now,
Okay.
talking about women, actually two works, because I think your works are predominantly about women, about the African headgear, throwing in the cross symbols. So this one, I'm short of words. The beauty
Yeah.
of these two pieces is amazing.
Yeah. This is on canvas. I think is for exhibition when I was going to Australia, and I think the right piece, the pink one was inspired by 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 the way we have to how do you manage space, like how do you manage space, uh can we migrate to places, especially like the
Okay.
way, like what I was saying about women, that
Yes.
like here we have issues. It's not like outside, like in UK and US, in outside like a foreign world. Here people, women have their places that they need to go. When you look at
That's
the
right.
history of the world, like yeah, even now today, this is the first time we had a female vice president, like a candidate as a
A
female
candidate
vice
is yes, a female,
president.
yes.
Yeah, and it's showing you that we have a long way to go, like promoting the woman gender. So
That's correct.
I try to do an abstract. You can see most of my work. You can see that it's beautiful, but unless I explain it to you, this
That, 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 that,
represents.
that's that's the complexity of the work of an artist, isn't it?
Yeah, I went through a lot of emotions before I put and research before I do this work. You can see I did we have these marks around where it creates a sun and symbols which represent the spirit, and most of these symbols you see is like a spiritual, it's like a spiritual symbols.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's when you go to these juju men, that's what they
Yes.
use for their spiritual and other stuff. Even when you
Yes.
come to the Islamic world, we have symbols that we do writings, people
Hmm.
drink as talisman and other
Yeah.
stuff. And this, and in the work, most of the symbols you see are like a real symbols that I
In real
did.
life.
And yeah, so for me, my argument on this work is yes, we always have this belief in spiritual world, like
Spirituality.
spiritual symbols, spiritual lifestyle. People put ring for protection. So for me, why can't we have that same belief in us, that we can when we have that same belief in
Represent.
us, we
Mm.
can achieve whatever we can achieve. We can go to the
Yes.
space.
Oh
We can
yes.
go to the space. We have to
That's right.
we have to go for knowledge beyond where we are, even in space. We have to go there. And for me, I have to push women. Women need to
Yeah.
be the people. Once I push women, that means it's beyond men. Men have
That's
to,
right.
men have already been there, but
Yeah.
women have to start doing it. we have to the same spirit that we have and the same belief that we have in those spirits and symbols around us, these magical and spiritual things. We need
Yeah.
to have that same belief in us. I think that's what pushes me a lot in life. I have self belief. We have to have that self belief that
This is
yes, I can do
amazing.
it. It doesn't
This is
matter.
amazing.
It doesn't matter where you come from, the
Yeah.
community, your
Yeah.
environment. You can just move outside your like outside your comfort zone. So
That's
that's
right.
what this work represents. And the other one with bed is not just a beautiful stuff, but
Okay.
it's about now a lot of I think black women trying to change their skin, trying to
Yes.
change, not feeling much comfortable about their natural being, their color, their hair, trying to
That's right.
change their stuff. For me,
Yeah.
I think we are part of nature. We just have to be ourselves. When we be yourself, you are going to be beautiful. I always said I'm from Nima. I'm proud. When we are growing up, I think people, even some of us, we used to tell people, "Oh, when they ask you where did you come from, I will tell them I come from Kanda
That's right.
because
Just
because
to
of the
just to
story."
sound posh.
Yeah, I try to tell them, but now we after we all started like believing from where we come from, people
Yeah.
started to listen to us because we believe in where we come from, and from where we come from doesn't change us from what we are doing. I told you before, I stopped doing that. In that 3 years, I wanted to go to Libya through the desert,
Libya.
but
Yeah.
now after I made that decision in 2012, I got to um I got to travel to bigger places
Bigger
more
places
than
than
where
Libya.
India. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I got
Yeah.
to come back. I come back in my studio,
That's
and
right.
that's the power. If you have self belief, when you have self belief, you can survive anywhere in the world.
And I like where you've taken us because I'm all about the mind of people. I teach personal development and I talk about the mindset of people. If you believe in yourself, you can do anything, you can achieve anything. The first gift that you have to give yourself is self belief. So, as an
That's
artist,
that's the
yeah,
thing.
that's the thing. Because what Mo has told us and has actually lived it is that it doesn't matter where you come from, as long as you believe in yourself, as long as you believe in the talent that God has given you, you can go anywhere you want in this world. It's about using the power of your imagination. And what the two artworks that he showed us talks about empowering women beyond where they are now into greater heights because women are so powerful human beings, beautiful. They have to actually admire African women, especially have to be proud in their skin to live their full potential. It doesn't matter whether it's about going to the moon and back, it can be done using the power of your imagination. So, Mo, I'm going to direct you to one more of the women's sketches. And this one is so beautiful. The first one is on the wall. I'm not sure about the second one.
They are
These,
all on the world.
they're all on the wall. Okay, so your
Yeah,
works are so
one was
huge.
like I did one is in Brazil. I think I did it in Memorial African. It's a museum in
It's a
Sao Paulo.
museum. That's right. In
Yeah,
Sao
it's a
Paulo, in
museum.
Brazil.
Yeah. I think the friend that I told you about, Fabio Bino. I think
Yeah,
after meeting him, I try to follow up, and whenever I see them doing this festival, it's like always a dream for me to go
to take
to go
part
to
in
the
it.
festival. Yeah, and he was following me, following my process. And one day he
Okay,
messaged me, "Hey Mo, give me your email," and he just
that's
sent me,
right.
"What's your name? Send me your passport." And he told me, "Now
Okay,
you grown from what you are doing, so now it's time that you can face the world." And I think I'm the first African to go to that festival. It's made up of 77 artists around the world. Yeah,
wow.
and this work was like it's not just a beautiful woman that I just did. I think I had a reference picture from Emmanuel Bob Pixels. He's my big
Okay,
brother and friend. Yeah, I have and I just changed the face. I just follow the lights on the picture, and I change
that's right.
everything. And I was trying to talk about the Tabon people. Tabon
Okay,
people are Afro-Brazilians that came to Ghana from Brazil after the
okay,
slave trade. They came they settle here in Accra, Jamestown, and
All right.
from Brazil, Bahia, Brazil. And I think people don't know much about that history. They are called the Tabon people. People like
Tabon people.
Azuma Nelson, Georgina Woods. They are
Okay.
all Afro-Brazilians. They started doing first tailoring here in Ghana. Yeah.
Oh.
So for me, this work was like one of best work that I do, like from explaining because I was in Brazil, and the black Brazilians, most of them don't know much if they have like people here in Ghana or something.
They are relatives in Ghana. Yes.
Yeah. So this work raised a competition,
That's right.
it raised a conversation about the Tabon people, and like people started researching more about them, and it was so
About them.
great. Yeah, and this was
Because
done.
yeah, the Brazilians are most of them are black as well, similar to who we are. I mean, we have a strong knit relationship, as you said, and your work has connected both of us, the Brazilians and the Ghanaians or the Africans together, and that's the role that you are playing. Now, there's a question from one of my viewers, and I'm going to paste it here. So Sarah Safoje says, I should ask you if you are going to paint any more murals in Ghana, especially outside of Accra.
Yeah, I'm just we just started doing Accra. I think I don't know if you can start that conversation here.
I will be showing that, but let's defer that one a little bit. But I know that yes, you've been doing work in Accra.
I think I have one that's supposed to start in Kumasi very soon. Yeah, I think
great.
We're still working.
I'll be showing that work, and then we'll talk about the work that you're doing in Accra. Now, there's another comment from Lucille Lamte who says, "Keep rising higher, job. It's awesome. The work that you're doing is so awesome. People are really appreciating the work that you're doing. The aspect of the headgear is so beautiful, and you've got different African cloth captured in one, and it's amazing the color scheme that you've used over there."
Yeah, I try to create an identity of myself in the world. I want to do something different that no one is doing it in the nine. And now graffiti is not just about tagging names, and it's more of fine art. Graffiti is fine art now. It's not, and what I do is not like the old graffiti. I do graffiti fine art. So most of my work is like what you see in the galleries.
Yes.
So,
Yes. No, that's beautiful. So let's go back to the community in which you live. And I know that Nema is where you're from, but you are affecting the rest of the world. Your work is now speaking, and it's all due to the hard work that you put in over the years. I know that in 2019, they set up, I think it was called Accra for Art by the Accra Mayor in conjunction with the Accra Metropolitan Assembly.
Yeah.
And you, together with your team and a few other artists in Accra, got involved. Can you tell us a bit more about that work? And I'm going to show you the work that you are going to show our viewers, the work that you've put in so far. So I'll put it on screen now. This is the work that so far has been done, and more is happening. Can you tell us a bit about that venture?
Yeah, I think like what you just said, I put a lot of hard work, and sometimes I just after I just made decision knowing that art is what I have in me, that's what God blessed me to. So I just started doing that in my community, and I think when I started doing in my community, you see BBC came there from nowhere. The video that you play, BBC came interview me about what I'm doing, and I think in this country, when you want to do something with people, it's crazy. People can just drag you to stop what you are doing. But if your mind is set, if you have that mindset that I'm talking about, that self-belief, you can just do things. You don't need people to
put you down, basically.
Yeah. Because when you think of people will just drag you. I started doing stuff. I started painting a mural project called Reimagine Nima. So I started doing that, and I think people started. I work with Alliance Française a lot. We went there with Musa Swala, a lot of artists. We go there and paint So they bring a lot of artists there all the time for workshop. And most of our guys, when the guys come there, they don't follow and ask question. I learned from Lazo, Marco
Okay.
93, Raphael, the
Yes.
Cruz. So all these people, I learn from them all the time. And
That's right.
boys just come there. Sometimes they don't even come. I'm the only guy who will go to the workshop. So I had experience, and I get to understand what these people do outside.
How they
So
think as well.
yeah, and through what the works that I do and other stuff, somebody took my work, pictures of my work from social media, and make a proposal to AMA as
What?
him being the artist. Yeah, and when you do something from your heart, when you do it from your heart, trust me, God always have. I will support you. I was
He will
sitting down, and
definitely
one of my
support.
friends called me, said,
Yes.
"Oh, the mayor of Accra want to meet you."
Wow.
And I say, "Okay, yeah." We had a meeting about Accra beautification projects, which was supposed to be done a long time ago. And
Mm.
I don't want to call names. There are other associations that think they are government-owned associations
Oh yes.
that they need to the work need to done by them.
Done by
They will,
them. Yeah.
yeah, and they say, okay, go and bring sketches, go and bring concept. It
That's
took
right.
them like 3 years, and they didn't even bring it. And
Nothing happened.
Martin, one day Mayo, I just messaged Mayo, hey, how do I'm waiting for you guys. Mayo asked me to come to the his
Office.
office. I came there with I met his assistant, Madam Jennifer.
Okay.
We sat down. They said, okay, World Art Day is coming. Can we do this Kimbu World? Then I tell them, no problem. And they
That's it.
explain things to me. There's no money because we are starting this. Then I told them, yeah, you don't have to. We all have to take a
Commit.
responsibility
Yes.
responsibilities in this country. Like I did it in my country. I
That's
see
right.
the impact that I did, and I have to serve my country too as well. They told
That's
me,
it.
okay, I told them, okay, we can just. I went home. I didn't even sleep. I just did the sketch. We speak about concept. I just did the sketch the whole
Yeah.
night. I called my team because myself and Ian Kwachi, we have
Okay.
these dreams, this 2011 or 12, to have a graffiti company called, or a graffiti group where we bring artists together, where we will be doing public murals and teaching the young ones coming up.
That's right.
So we came, we came up, we came up with a concept. That day we just went there. Even we went there on Sunday, started
Okay.
sketching. It was raining. We are priming the wall because
Wow.
everybody knows the way I am.
Oh
I'm
yes.
kind of
Once
like,
you commit to something, you see it through.
yeah. So that's why sometimes I have problem with people. Oh,
Yeah.
Mo is too straightforward. I tell them I don't have to wait because I had experience with people. Like I had
Yeah.
experience with
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
because these big men, ambassadors,
That's right.
ministers, they don't play with their time.
Not at
When you have
all.
spent 2 o'clock, you don't have to call the person, I'm coming, are you there? No, you just
No, no,
they
no.
already know
Have
you
you
have
there?
appointment. So I learned from those people that you don't have to joke with time.
Not at
So when
all.
I bring you to site for us to work, or we are working, you trying to take it as a joke because you have to respect the client's money. I have to have
That's
this
right.
concept. The person has sweat to get the
Yes.
money for me
Yes.
to do the work. So I have to open my heart to do the
To
work
also
to the
deliver.
person's satisfaction. I can't just come there, do a shabu painting,
No.
just
No.
finish.
No.
It's not
No.
nice. I won't be proud. I'll feel sad. That's the difference between me.
Definitely. So
So
I think the lesson here, if I will jump in, is that when you commit to something, you should deliver fully. You can't just do a halfway job and then expect to receive the reward. Because in the art world, it's a very small place, isn't it? In the art world, one
yeah,
word from one customer will either make you or unmake you. So you don't know this work that you're doing, where it will take you next. One job can actually take you to America, even though you did it in Ghana. It's just one word from somebody, and you've made it.
yeah, it's true. And that day, the mayor called me. He called me. We had a meeting. He told me, "Oh, whose work?" I told you that's my work, and I have
Wow.
videos when I was doing those works. Then he
Okay.
said, "Do I know this guy?" Then I say, "No, I don't know the guy." But I took my work to them that it was his work and other stuff. I always have that experience. People taking my work.
People taking your
Maybe
work
we used to take other people's work.
just for inspiration. But you
Yeah.
can't claim it as your work, can you?
Yeah, but yeah, I don't claim it as my work. When I
That's
was
right.
learning, I used to copy Wiz
Oh, we
work.
all do. You have to use it as an inspiration.
Yeah, I remember I used to copy his technique of working. I create my
right.
own style, the impasto style, but I
Yeah.
don't claim it as my work till I finally knows what I'm doing. Then
That's
I have
true.
my own identity. So
Yeah.
Mayo say, okay, we had this meeting. I think the next day we started a project. I think
Okay.
that's when we start the Accra beautification project.
Yeah.
And we had sponsors from
Let me show a bit more of the work that you've been doing in Accra.
yeah, I think this was the one with the boy with the book was
Okay.
part of the Accra for Arts project, and
That's
the one
amazing.
with the one on the left side, I did it for the UNICEF. I think it's UNICEF. Yeah, it's a project
Yes,
that
it's a
doing
UNICEF
it.
project.
Yeah, it's our child protection.
Right.
So I
So
did
can
two.
you explain the one on the right hand side, because it's quite complex? There's a lady in school uniform, and then half of her is marrying. Is in a wedding dress. What is
Yeah,
the concept? What are you trying to educate us on?
yeah. For me, I always say this. I quite remember when we were learning. Ahmed Tijani had a work called "With You or Without You."
Okay.
So I feel with you or without you. So for me, I got inspired by that theme of the work. So I did this work. So with you, with care, with education, a
Yes.
girl child will grow up with smiling, but without education, like child marriage, a lot of
The
this
future
is
is bleak.
happening in my community. Yeah, people are, especially the north, people are marrying young kids like 12 years,
That's
11
true.
years, 13,
Mm,
14, 15. They are getting married. After that, they get pregnant. When they get pregnant, they ended up can't look after the baby. They run
that's
away.
true.
When they
Their
come
future
here,
goes downhill.
they turn up be on the streets
Mm,
or I don't know, prostitute and other stuff. So it's sad. So we have to be very responsible about this thing. We have to stop
definitely.
this child marriage thing. Yeah. And the other one too is about books. Our children need to read books.
Apply
The
themselves.
history of Ghana, you can see the books as formed into a Ghana map. When
Oh
we
yes.
educate,
You've drawn my attention to it now. I mean, this is a beautiful concept, isn't it? So you are encouraging children within the country of Ghana to actually engage themselves in reading and books,
reading
applying
and take
themselves
school
to reading.
serious. So once you are well educated, sky is the limit. You can even
That's
go
it.
to the space, be an
Yeah,
astronaut. Yeah, and in that place is a vision of Accra. Yeah,
that is beautiful. That is beautiful. I mean, your work is always changing the social construct of Ghana and the youth. You're always concerned about the future of the children of the country, which is a
yeah.
good thing. Now, why is that so? Why are you always pushing the kids or the youth to the next level? You're pushing them to the next level higher, which is a good thing. But why? Why? What inspires you?
Yeah, for me, what inspires me is myself. Like the way I grew up. I
Okay.
I I did. My parents are very responsible people, but people around me, we have a lot of bad people
Yeah.
around me. Like that we go to alumni. We go to. You know what alumni is? You
What's
know what
that?
alumni is? Alumni is aluminium. Like we go to town in the
The scrap
estate
area.
around us, Adabraka.
Oh
We
yeah,
go
yeah,
those
yeah, yeah.
we go there in houses on ballers to
That's
take
right.
aluminiums like
Yeah,
aluminium. We
and
go
sell
to
them.
these shops. Sometimes we have friends that will like pour people's soup on the floor and take the aluminium
Look at that.
silvers.
Look at
And
that.
most I have friends that were killed right here in
Because of
Nima.
that.
Like yeah, I have a lot of people. I have a lot of story, and I was like, I don't want to see any kid going through that that channel. So for me,
That's right.
I try to, even the kids that I teach here, like my students here,
Yeah.
I try to even push them like to have that kind of the energy that I have,
That's true.
the passion. If I'm teaching you, I want you to have that passion,
That's true.
because yeah, you need to have that passion, the passion that I have when I'm working, because I focus. People ask me what is my hobby, then I just get
Okay.
confused, because my hobby is my art. Because
It's your art.
when
That's
I'm
it. That's
going
your
through
life. Yeah.
emotional breakdown, I just need to draw or paint. That will take away everything
Your mind
around
from
me.
it.
Yeah,
That's
so
right.
I try to give these kids the same opportunity. I try to, because I've been there. I have
In
friends
there.
that are in Sawam who are dead. I have friends
That's true.
that are rich. I was so blessed to be mentored by people who started putting him on the map.
Yeah. Yes.
VIP, the musicians,
That's
Friction,
right.
other people. Ashim is my big
Yes.
brother. Ashim Zeal. Because they gave me opportunity. Sometimes
Opportunity to
you don't
shine.
need. Yeah, I was printing T-shirt for them. Sometimes
That's right.
you don't need to give person a money to.
Money.
Sometimes you need somebody to just hold your shoulders like this, touch
That's
your
it.
head,
Say
touch
well
your
done.
this.
Yes.
Yeah, they say, "Hey, how are you?"
That's right.
When somebody do that to me, I feel so much. I feel like I'm important.
On top of the world.
And
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Recognition, isn't it?
because of where I come from. Because most people have these things going through their
The
mind.
mind.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm nobody. When I go to this place, they will be this. That's why Nima boys are wild, because other people disrespect them. Look at
That's right.
once.
And they need to prove themselves.
Yes, that's so. One thing that I did to prove myself, I went before when people give me work, they don't give me one. They want me to finish the work
Before they
because
give you the
they
money.
feel like I'm a Nima boy. I run away with their money,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
prove everybody wrong.
That's it.
I prove, trust me, I prove everybody wrong. That even now people are just like, oh, this guy. They are scared of my energy,
Yes.
because
Yes.
I make sure when I come to a project, you tell me 7 o'clock,
You
seven
are there.
o'clock. I'll come there 7 o'clock. If
That's it.
other artists come there like 11 o'clock, I'll try to be like, why did you come here at 11 o'clock while
That's it.
others are here at 7 o'clock? When I
Yes.
do that, they try. Mo is a confusion guy. I'm
No.
just trying to.
It's about discipline, isn't it?
If you say 7 o'clock, then you come 11. Next time, I don't want to start that. If I start that, I'll get
You
used to
lose.
that. I don't want to do
Yeah.
that. So
That's
I have
right.
to change. So from there, I try to change the narrative. I
Yeah.
try to now when you give me work, I do the work. I finish it on time. There's a time that a guy, I think Ghana Web gave me a work.
Okay.
I did the work. The CEO, he gave me a work. He said he wanted to be done in 2 days or 3 days.
Right.
Wednesday, I used 2 days. I finished the work. This guy said, "Why did you finish the work so early? I won't pay you the money." It was so
What?
crazy. Yeah, because I finished. I try to beat time. I try
To
to
beat the
beat
time and
time.
impress him.
So if you are around me, you don't have that energy. Trust me, you cannot be with me.
That's true.
I go straight forward. If you are not straightforward in Ghana, you
You
die.
can't.
So from where I come from, people need to be straightforward. So
That's right.
now I think now people from my community are doing good. We have a lot of graduates. We have a lot of people who are pushing, changing narrative.
I think you've really contributed towards that, and well done for actually changing the narrative within your community. Stephen Alote says, Mo that. Well
Yeah,
done.
Alote is artist, he's a sculptor,
He's a
he
sculptor.
has that kind of
Alote is a good friend of mine as
straightforward energy.
well.
Yeah, he has that kind of straightforward.
Energy.
So the energy
Right.
from my community, the influence that I have from my community, I think now is influencing what is happening here in Ghana. The
Yes.
country see that I'm so important. Whatever I'm doing, more can contribute from the
Then it's
can
an important
contribute
thing.
in the country. So I
That's
always
right.
say this: people have their own quotes, but what I
Yeah.
always push me is you don't have to own a big position in society
Not at
before you
all.
can make a change. You can make a change even right.
Wherever you are.
Yeah, some time back we did a project with UNICEF about
Okay.
open defecation.
Wow.
Yeah, people like pouring, let's say, excuse me, toilet in the
Yeah. Doing all that.
it's happening. And I told them sometimes I do it. We go
Yep.
behind the presidential palace and
That's right.
and defecate ourselves. And
Yeah.
a lady in my house came and threw toilet in the gutter. I
Yeah.
started doing confusion with her. I told her I'll let her police people arrest her.
Arrest.
So it's always we always say practice what you preach.
That's right. But then you have turned it around using your art to educate. And one of the educations I'm going to talk about is how during this pandemic of COVID-19, you played a huge role. I'm going to show one of your artworks, and I'm also going to play a video of the influence in your community, as I said, by actually educating them on COVID-19. Let's find this painting, and I'll show it right here. Community-wise, there's another thing. 2015, there was this flag.
Yeah.
Now, this
Yeah,
is
this-
such a powerful painting.
Yeah,
I've got
this
on the
is
right-hand
one of my
side the work that you're doing in Accra, educating on COVID-19 and all that. But on the left-hand side is this powerful painting that talks about this event that happened in Accra in 2015. Can
Yeah,
you tell us more about it?
yeah. I think in 2015, when it happened, I was right here in Nima, and
Right.
our people here in Nima, Alajo,
Yes.
when it started drizzling, people can just start throwing things in the gutter. People will just that's where they offload their toilets. Sometimes
Look
the
at
rain
that.
stops, and the place will start smelling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
started doing that thing, and I feel so sad about it, and I felt like okay. So after that, after that incident, 2 days later, I have a friend, a big
Okay.
brother that has Zeus brother, like VIP Zeus. It's called
Yeah.
Alaj Haruna Rashid. He's part
Okay.
of the NC here, and he lives in our community. So
Yeah.
he told me, okay, Mo, he saw me doing this artwork on the plywood at the highway. And
Right.
okay, I think he told the president, I think it was John Mama on that time,
At
the
that
president
time, yeah.
about they share on their platform. Dominica Bots told me he loved the piece. He want to buy it. And the Minister of Arts and Culture that time, she paid me a visit right here in Nima, and I
Wow.
was so proud of. And for me, I caption it. It takes a natural disaster to reveal a social disaster.
Yes. Yeah.
Times
Yeah.
We know that this is not healthy. People, traffic lights are not working. A lot of things
We
not
ignore
going
it.
on well, but we just take our eyes off it
Yeah.
and trying to act like it's okay. But we kind run away from natural stuff. Rain, the wind. We can't. It's always reveal all these things that is happening.
All these things in
Especially
society.
COVID is revealing our sleepiness.
Social
Yeah.
aspects.
Yeah,
So the work that you've done, and I'm going to show it again, is so powerful that you've been able to capture the moment. I mean, you can see realistic painting of the young boy suffering because this was a disaster where there was a blast in an oil station, and a lot of people died out of it. But through your artwork, you were able to address or bring to light how serious this issue is, to change the social construct, to change our mindset about throwing things around, as you said, addressing open defecation issues. Now, this is the power that you, Mo, has actually contributed to our society through your art. I'd like to thank you for the work that you've been doing in our society because
thank you,
you
bro.
turn things around. Even though you lived in a place where a lot of people will lose hope, you use that as your catapult. You use that to jump to where you are now. You use that as your strength. So I'd like to encourage all up and coming artists that no matter where you are, it doesn't matter whether you live in an area that a lot of people look down upon, you can use that as your strength to rise up and educate everyone around you and even educate the whole country. Now, when Mo speaks, Ghana listens, which is really good.
Yeah, it's true. I'm currently doing another work.
Okay.
I think the mayor of Accra is a visionary.
Yes.
Yeah,
He's
it's a
doing really
visionary.
well, isn't it? Mayor of Accra, I really admire his work with artists in Ghana. He's doing really,
Yeah.
really well.
Yeah, the mayor of Accra is a visionary, and
That's right.
I think in the history of Ghana, nobody in the history of Ghana has ever promote arts and support artists in Ghana. Nobody.
Than he has done, yeah.
Yeah, support artists. I have a friend, my friend Aluti. He does the. I respect the way he does his sculpture. He does his caricature.
Stephen Aluti does caricature sculpture.
Yeah,
Yes.
caricature. He did one for the president. I think the mayor make sure that he took him to the president for the president to see the work, and he delivered the work to the president. That's how
it means,
the mayor is.
yeah, it means gradually artists in Ghana are being recognized, because you know that in the arts world in Ghana, musicians are being recognized. All the other creative industries are recognized, with the exception of visual artists.
Yeah, it's true. And the issue is, you know, the issue is the people who are up there representing the artists.
Yes.
You know, and I always want to. I always have. I think it's a current issue. I will always want to. If artists, I want to take this up. If our artists now, some of us have sacrificed, have used ourselves, our blood. I work. I think people now admire, asking me when is Charlie Water, when is I. For the past 10 years, most consistent.
Yes.
I'm the most consistent artist at Charlie
In the Charlie Water event.
In terms of murals and street art. I set up the standard doing performance. Things that people don't do, I do my performance. And one of my boy that I do performance with was the stylist for the Beyonce video, Shatawale video.
Oh.
One of my boy that I used to paint his body, Mohammed Black, was part of. It was part of the guys
the guys that painted the dancers.
Yeah, BET featured on their art. BET art. This thing is one of my guys. So most of these arts festival that you see around, I contributed a lot. I think I contributed a lot. Afrochella, Charlie Water.
Afrochella was one big thing, isn't it?
Yeah, last year I painted 7 murals in 9 hours or 10 hours. 7 murals.
It all goes down to the hard work that you put in and the results that you're making.
Yeah, so what I want to make is, my point is, the artists, they need to stand up for themselves. It doesn't have to we need to learn from what is happening around the musicians, around the movie actors. You don't have to get around 60 years. People are just coming on social media asking fund to support for your health.
No.
Otherwise, other people calling themselves as event organizers, promoters, making a lot of money and giving the main artists a change, them a change, using them to. People need to stand up on that. The artists need to stand up
and build their own.
This is the time. Artists need to stand up for their own, control their own this thing, because that's what is happening with the music and movie. That's what Shatawale was like fighting for. You don't have to give your power to other people. Artists need to own. You have your own world. You understand your own world. You know what inspires you to work, but don't try to
rely on anyone.
Be under other people. Stand for your rights, because you matter. Your life matter. You are so important.
You've nailed it. You've nailed it. And I'm going to add to all that you've said as well. I want to encourage all artists to use technology to promote themselves. As Mo have just said, don't rely on, let's say, wait for a gallery before you put your work out there. Because you've got Facebook, you've got Instagram, you've got Twitter, you've got you've got YouTube. You have got the technology, you've got a phone in your hand. This thing is one of the most powerful computers that we have ever had. The phone in your hand. use it. Take a picture of the artwork that you're producing, and then just put yourself out there in the world. You never know who is watching you on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or YouTube. Don't wait for a gallery or somebody, a manager, to come and promote you. Promote yourself. The responsibility of your life lies within you. You are the captain of your own ship, and you have to steer the ship where you want it to go. Don't wait for anybody else. So, Mo, brilliant advice that you've given artists, and I second what you have said.
Yeah, thanks, bro. Thanks, bro. Because they see me as Gaddafi, they see me as Mandela.
It doesn't matter.
They see me, and they call me Osajifo of the art because I say as it is, and I believe in myself. I believe in God because people don't know what we've been through and where we come from, and I always fight for my rights, and I make sure I work harder than everybody in the room.
Everybody else.
And everybody knows that. And
that's the true quality of somebody who's successful.
I will always work harder than anybody. Trust me. Anybody that I work with, they knows I work harder. Last year after Stella, I did I think 7 paintings in like 10 hours.
7 paintings in 10 hours.
8 by 8 panels.
Wow.
In 10 hours. From like 9 a.m. to like 6 p.m.
Wow. That's amazing. Yeah. And the results is showing. I mean, there's nothing that beats hard work. As you said, you cannot promise someone that you're coming at 7 a.m. and you turn up at 11 and expect to be successful. It doesn't work that way. Now, success has got a formula, and it doesn't matter whether you are a bank manager, an artist, an engineer, a doctor. Hard work always pays off. So you have to put in the work.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like that's what we having. And if artists don't unite, trust me, we'll end up I won't just fall in that trap. They will end up like the way that what is happening in the music industry. That's what is saying about what is happening to the movie industry. You can see a lot of legendary actors sick, but they don't have anything.
They don't have the money. There's no unity.
Yeah, that's why last time I had conversation with Shatawale in the South, we had discussion. And that's what is happening. We need to stand for our rights. You don't have to wait till you be given a word to have self-belief. Don't let somebody tell you who you are. Just believe yourself. I just start what I'm
your own moves as well. You have to make your own moves. You don't have to wait.
Yeah, you don't have to wait for a festival before. And much respect. I respect somebody that I respect much. Nukwe of Charlotte is somebody that I respect. Trust me, Manche, me and him, we have our own. I know people just try to break things and all that, but trust me, Manche has contributed in the art. Together with us, he came up with the idea. We push without money. We go there. We suffer a lot for each other, and today we are achieving a lot of things.
And Charlotte has become an international event. People travel from all over the world to come and make it to Charlotte.
Yeah, and I like to say a big thank you to all the guys who we started doing Charlotte Manchen, Sion, Tuamua, Atu, Ajoamua, Ibrahim Mama, Sech Clote, Steven Alote, the Nima Moimaki art people from Musa Swala, Nicolas Wayo, Bright Akwe, Yo Tees. We started it, and I think most of them now, like the people that I'm calling, like 99.9% of them are not working with Charlotte again. And this is Africa. Like it's hard, like ego and other stuff. Everybody needs to
pull him down. Spirit comes in. So one advice I'd like to give as a result of what you've said is that as artists, we must all unite if we want to be recognized in our society. When you come to the Western world, most of the artists are united. They have got groups that they join just to push the agenda forward. Now, if we are supposed to be able to impact our society, let's say change the mindset of government, for instance, we are to unite. Let's say if you have 10 of Moh Awudu in Ghana, the art scene would be so respected. because he's a hard worker, he pushes for the agenda, let's say cleanliness in our society, stopping open defecation. All these causes will be pushed further than they are now if we unite as artists. So I'm going to advise all African artists, all Ghanaian artists, including myself, to unite. That is why I've set up this program, so that I can showcase artists and also talk about the issues and challenges we face, so that we can solve them together. Because art is such a powerful force. If used properly, you can change the course of our living in Africa. Moh,
Yeah.
I'm going to show one more video, and we are going to talk about it right now. Now, this video, you will be translating it for me because I don't understand what you said, but it's about the COVID-19.
Yeah.
That is a brilliant one. That's a brilliant video. Are you going to explain what you said in there?
Yeah, I think I did. This video was done by my very good friend,
Yes. Let me
Nana
just
Kofu of Ghana South. I think
okay.
that was done after the after the lockdown. He told
Right.
me he wanted to do a video for me about this, so that we can push up a message, especially my people in Lima. So I gave
Yeah.
a message in Hausa, try to tell the people, because my community is one of the craziest. Even the way people think, when people
Yeah.
see red, they can tell you it's blue because
That's
of
right.
arguments. Because we have like a basis, like the way you see this artwork on the back, the
Yeah.
boys see. So
Yeah.
every morning we have a place that we sit, or afternoon or evening you have people. That's where all the thinking starts.
All the
There
thinking
are
takes place.
yeah, people name their bases after countries and other stuff.
That's
So
right.
most people, when you go there, people are having arguments. There's no coronavirus. It's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
real. It's lie. People are wear masks and all that. People
Yeah.
don't just take it serious and all that. So I was telling them, yo, it's real. This
It is.
coronavirus is real, and people need to wash their hands. And in the community, you can't, the way we live here, you can't let the kids be in the house or in the room, because we live in a round house where
That's true.
where people, the rooms are small. You can, the family, small room, a lot of family. Definitely these
That's right.
kids will go out. So definitely, if this, I was trying to tell them, they need to wash their hands off it. They need to wear face
Yeah.
masks and put hand
Yeah.
sanitizers. But the kids, they
That's
need
right.
to make sure they wash their hands all the time when they go out and come in. So that's the message for my and after the mural, I think a man was passing by. Oh, when he saw that paint, he said, "Oh, okay. Oh, I forget I have a mask, but I forget it. Let me go out."
Oh.
Yeah, that's the
So straight
power.
away you made an impact.
Yeah, so that's one thing I love about Sweetheart. I get to talk to my viewers.
Real
I get
people.
to
Yeah.
talk to a lot of people. Yeah, I get to
That's
talk to a
right.
lot of people. So it's good, and I enjoy doing it, Eric. I feel like I'm so proud of myself, like what I have achieved so far in my
Yes.
life.
Yeah.
Now, when you come to Accra, you see a lot of
Uh-huh.
murals. You see a lot of murals.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who started pushing this? I like to say big thank you, Alliance Française, Alliance
That's right.
Française, Accra.org, Nima
Yes.
Movement. Like we started doing this, we pushing all these things
Murals.
to the next level, yeah. And yo things, yeah. And shout out to my
That's
people at
amazing.
Ghana Graffiti, yeah.
That's amazing. There's one last slide that I saw on your Facebook that I'm going to pull up here, and it touched my heart so much. It's about the work that you're doing in your community in terms of mentorship. Now, you said this young boy at Adam, I will call my son. Now I carry him everywhere for 16 years. Since 16 years ago, I learned art from his grandfather. Now his dad has a lot of talent. He draws, he sews, and is a barber. But the dad had an accident last year and passed. Now the kid is doing visual arts. Now the kid is visual arts in SHS and wants to be an artist. So it's my turn to bring him back to what I learned from his grandfather. Now this is a very, very touching story. And Mo, you are doing a lot in your society.
Yeah,
It touched my heart because you are giving back into the lives of those that held your hands when you were growing up. That's a
yeah,
powerful statement you wrote right
yeah.
there.
You know, earlier I mentioned three people. Ahmed Tijani, Aziz,
Yes,
people that is those are my friends. But the guy, when I was going to the library, I approached him in his studio. I told him I want to learn art when I was
yes.
11 years old. Yeah, I was 11 years old at that time. It's called
Mm,
Musée Hashim. When you go to
okay.
Kandahar Highway, he's there. He's there right there on Kandahar
Wow.
Highway. So he's my master. I stay with him like all my life. I didn't get to
Okay.
spend much time with my parents when I was from
Growing
12,
up.
13, 14. Yeah. I didn't get time. I was on the streets, sleeping in the studio more than 15 years. So
Yes.
you guys need to understand when I say I'm versatile, I used to sleep in the studio. I didn't go to school, art school,
I'm telling you.
but I learned I've been sleeping with art. That's my life. So that guy in that house, they take me as their son.
That's it.
Everybody, the family, they take me as the son, as their son. I was there when they gave birth to this boy, and I always to like
Okay.
father is doing something. I hold him. He relates on me and other stuff. So sometimes I go to their house and greet them. And one day when I
That's
went
right.
there, he talked to me, your boy is taking your talent. So we started learning from that. I say,
That's
yeah,
it.
is the property of that house. And that house like is one of chief imam's
Okay.
brother's house. Yeah.
All
So I
right.
think, yeah. So they I think so for me I feel like if I didn't give this guy, I didn't help this guy, God will like God will
True.
God will judge me
True.
one day, like because I
Yes.
always have belief. That's what keeps me going. Whatever I do in my life, I feel like God didn't put me in this position just for
Just
myself.
for pushing
God
you. Yeah. Just for
God
yourself.
put me in this position just to work for others. So
That's
I
right.
always have this thing going on in me. So I think that's
Yeah.
what makes me like sometimes I feel like if am I crazy sometimes
No, you're
sometimes
not.
sometimes when I
It's a calling. I'm telling you. You know, with these calling, when you have a calling to do something, no matter what people say or do, that calling has to come to pass. And I know art is your calling.
yeah, you know what, some years at Charity,
Yeah.
Ghana, some years at Charity, like 3 years back, I was painting and I just hate gossips and all these people. And the thing is, they're going. You didn't do it. Myself and my one of my friend were
Yes.
working. We finished what we were asked to do. We went and take space. Somebody asked us to come and do something for it. Myself and
Right.
my friend Kali were doing a work, and some people, artists, were standing behind us saying these guys are taking all the space while they are not
Look
finished
at
with that work. Then I just decide I came and cleaned the work that I did. I was crazy. I was so crazy. And my friends Neojem was begging me and my chair said,
that. Yeah.
and they talked to me, and my woman told me,
That's
oh,
right.
she told me, oh Mo, but she begged me go and do it, blah blah.
Go
They
and
just
finish
don't want you. You know what? They just don't want you to be there.
to shine. Yeah. Yeah.
People have been telling me for the past like 5 years or 6 years at Charlotte, Mo, you
Mm.
shine you shine too much. People have been telling me, you know what, they want to kill my spirit mentally. People
Oh
have
yeah,
been
yeah,
telling me, you are local artist. That time I didn't
yeah.
travel. The day that they say that you are local artist, a week
Mm.
later I had a call and I went to
And you
Brazil.
were international.
Yeah, and from that day I traveled to 7 continents, bro.
Mm. Wow.
Yeah, they try to kill my heart. People are just there. They trying to kill your spirits, like mentally. And I
Yes.
cleaned that work, and I came back the next day at dawn. Before Manche and other people came, I did a new work there, and they started
That's it.
calling me, "You are crazy, you are crazy." Crazy. And I was like, "Yeah, I just don't take bullshits
You
like
know,
that."
if people will call me crazy for art, then obviously call me crazy, because
Yeah,
if it's a calling and it's a passion, I'll do anything to make sure it happens.
yeah,
No
I
two
feel like,
lives are the same.
yeah, I feel like going to Jamestown.
Yeah,
I have a lot of friends there. The community, everybody knows me there.
that's
I
right.
feel like the art that we do there is like it creates like opportunity, like employment for them. Like they make money from our murals.
From your art,
I,
yes.
I go there all the time. They say, "Oh
That's
Mo,
it.
come and do this for me. Come and do this for me."
That's
Sometimes I
right.
think about the festival. Then I think about when we leave after the festival, when
Yeah,
we leave for the community. And I was so
that's it.
proud. They even call me, "Mo, you need to come and do something here." I'm so proud. And the Ghana people are my people. They are very good people, and
Yeah,
they support their family like that. And I
that's right.
think everybody in Ghana now like support whatever we are doing. Uh, my Facebook people, Instagram, they support what their words of encouragement. Like being on this program is another,
Obviously,
yeah,
we
inspiration.
are taking you to the rest of the world.
Yeah, I try to take every opportunity as a blessing, not
That's
just
it.
for me. For I try to see myself as a representation of my community,
Of your
for the young
community.
ones. For the You have to believe Mo has done it. Have been there. Mo can just. I try to let my boys know, even getting up without making an appointment, going to the mayor's office, having
That's
a
right.
conversation with him is a
Yeah,
blessing. I try to
it's a blessing.
tell you it's not about money, it's about seeing things as a blessing, the little things.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's the way I see things. And I'm so happy. I inspire everybody that is doing graffiti here.
Yeah,
Even if they don't say it, they know it.
they
I
know. They
teach
know.
them,
They
yeah,
know.
but because of ego, they won't say it. People are just trying to let me change from what
That's
I'm
right.
doing, being ungrateful. But sometimes I see beyond them.
Yes,
My preaching is just beyond what sometimes it happens. There are bad
that's right.
people. There are bad people around and others. And whatever I give back, I learn it from other people. People like
Definitely.
Trev Nikwe, he lives in London. He's a
Hmm.
graffiti artist and a painter and a Ghanaian. He's called
Yeah.
Trev. Yeah, I hope you know him. He lives in UK. He
Drive,
does
yes. I know
a lot
drive.
of black people's mural in UK. When you go there, he's one of my mentor, a friend, and he teach me a lot all the time. So all the time when I give back to other people, I receive it from
It
other
encourages
people.
you.
So yeah, so for me, it's like I'm not stopping. If I'm just going to do whatever I'm going to do.
That's right.
Nima, we don't stop. We don't tell Nima boy to stop. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you're doing great in your community, and very well done. Your last words for those who'd like to venture into this art space. What will you say to them?
Yeah, for me, art is not something that you can just show yourself in. Eric, you
Mm,
know that you can't
I
just
know that already.
if you
It's
don't have
challenging. I'm telling you.
if you don't have it's something God given. If you don't have it, no matter what you learn from anybody, you
Yeah,
just ended up being there without getting inspiration. Sometimes people think I'm crazy because when it's raining, I can just come and stand
and
watching the way
admire.
the water drop. I
Yeah,
can go to the toilet
that's right.
watching waves. I can
And get
just
inspiration from that.
just get inspiration. I
Yes,
just have this sometimes the moment that I want to close my eyes is the
yeah,
moment I close it from like inspiration because
that's it.
every time when I'm walking, I can be watching. People ask me, what are you doing? They don't
You are
know what
getting
I'm doing. I
inspiration.
tell them I'm putting things in my brain. If you
That's
don't
it.
have, I feel like if you don't have that spirit in you, it's not, you can't do it, because
Yes.
it's not
Yeah.
about making money right away.
That's
Because
right.
if you don't make money, if you want to do it because of money, you
Mm-hmm.
stop, because it takes a lot of sacrifice for people to know you. It takes a lot of sacrifice for you to know yourself. For
Yeah.
me now, I have a lot of works that I'm doing. I don't sell it because I love what I'm doing. I wish I can just buy some of my works back, but it's impossible. Yeah,
Keep some for yourself then. Definitely, definitely. So
yeah. So
Mo,
you just need to have
yeah,
passion
yeah,
and
it's about
commitment.
passion.
That's all. Sacrifice,
That's right. So
sacrifice,
in summary to what you have said, do you want to add a few more? You have said that you need to have the passion. Number
passion,
two, you need to
sacrifice,
sacrifice.
sacrifice, commitment, and truth to yourself, and be original, and be humble, and learn from even a kid. Yeah, I have a
That's right.
boy. He's called. I have a younger brother. He's my boy. He's called Yusuf Musa.
You
He's
see,
attend.
Musa, yeah.
Yeah, he's attending. He's part of the artists who are exhibiting right now at Nebuki Foundation.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, he's a Nima boy. He's my boy. But trust me, I always tell him. I learn from him. I ask him question. He can
Wow.
just be watching, looking at me. I tell him, "How do you do this?"
Yes.
I try to go back doing pencils and other stuff.
Okay.
Something when this for kids, but I tell them I do this to just inspire those ones coming up. You
That's
just have
right.
to be humble in your life, no matter what. Respect everybody you see,
Yes.
and make sure you live a life. You live a life, not just living. Just live a life. People are just living in the world, but not they are not making impacts. Find
They're just
something
existing.
that will inspire you. Find something that will push you. I always now I try to achieve. I achieve a lot of things that I set for myself
That's
now,
right.
and I still have. And I
More to
always
go.
what inspire me. I always see myself as a beginner. I'm always a beginner. That's where I see myself.
That is the right spirit, Mo. That is the right spirit. So thank you so much, Mo. You
Thank
have
you,
really
Eric.
given us a lot of nuggets. Your advice in summary is that you should stay disciplined, you should stay humble, committed, make sure that you are learning from even kids and be
Yeah,
passionate about what you do. So thank you so much. We are so privileged to have you this
thank
afternoon. And I
you.
don't think this will be the only first time. I will
Yeah, for
invite you
sure.
again at some point when we do
Thank you.
more work to come
Thank
and educate us about art. So
thank you.
thank you so much, bro.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you, everybody,
Thank
for
you.
watching. Thank you for supporting Ghana art. Thank you for supporting Moh Awudu, and thank you for supporting the art scene here in Ghana. Keep
That's right.
supporting us. Without you guys, we are nobody. That's when you say your work is nice, you share it. It's something you
That's right.
motivate me. Thank you,
So if,
everybody.
if,
Thank
if
you, everybody.
anybody wants to get a piece of your artwork, where should they go? I
They should
displayed your
just
handles there.
Yeah, they should just message DM me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. Just DM me at Moh Awudu, Mohawudu. That's where we can have a chat. My website is they are still like building my website now,
That's
where I
right.
can start selling prints of my artwork, taking commissions and other stuff. Yeah, so I think sky is the limit, and I thank you guys all for listening. And my book will be coming out soon. I'm
Very
not done
soon.
yet, right here.
Hey, that's
Yeah,
it.
thank you
So
guys.
Khadija says, thank you, Mo. Thank you for the great thoughts. Khadija, thank you too for
Khadija,
joining.
thank you. Khadija, Lucy, thank you. Everybody, yeah, thank you.
Great, great. And for everyone that watched us today, thank you so much. I'm going to take Mo off screen now, and I'll have a few words before I bring the program to an end. So thank you, Mo. God bless. So this show has been so powerful, so inspirational, and I'm so happy that I brought Mo your way. And we are going to bring another good artist next week. But this is not the only time I'm going to be bringing Mo. Mo is an international person that I'd like to feature every now and then because his works speak to me a lot. So thank you, everyone that joined us today. Don't forget to subscribe to my Facebook channel. It's Eric Amoakwa-Boadu _artist. Go to my Instagram page, Eric Amoakwa-Boadu artist, and YouTube channel as well to subscribe to my channels. where you will find out more information about the guest that I bring your way, and also about my work as an artist as well. And I will see you next week. God bless you so much. Have a very nice week. God bless you. Bye-bye.